Imagine standing at the edge of a stormy sea, the waves crashing against jagged rocks with a fury that seems almost personal. Most people spend their lives trying to calm the ocean, shouting at the waves and cursing the storm. But what if I told you that the secret isn't in taming the tempest, but in standing unmoved, rooted like an ancient oak? This is the essence of Stoicism. Not a cold detachment, but a powerful inner stillness that no external chaos can shatter. Anger, frustration, irritation, these are the waves, and they only have power if you wade in. Let me show you how to. Stay on the shore, dry and unshaken. The first step to mastering anger is to see it for what it truly is, a thief in disguise. Picture this. You're walking through a market and someone bumps into you, spilling your basket. Instinctively, you glare, your chest tightens, words boil on your tongue. But pause. What have you gained from this reaction? Nothing. What have you lost? Your peace, your composure, perhaps even your day. Anger promises strength, but it delivers. Weakness? It's the fire that burns the hand of the one who holds it. A Stoic understands this and refuses to give anger the satisfaction of stealing their serenity. Think of people who irritate you as actors in a grand play. You wouldn't rage at an actor playing a villain. It's their role, their script. Likewise, the rude cashier, the reckless driver, the gossiping co-worker, they're all following their scripts, shaped by their own experiences and struggles. Your frustration doesn't rewrite their lines. It only writes misery into your own. A Stoic watches the play with a knowing smile, choosing how to respond rather than reacting blindly. Why let a minor character dictate the tone of your story? Now let's address the myth that anger is unavoidable, that certain situations demand it. Imagine a child throwing a tantrum in a store. Do you, as an adult, throw one back? Of course not. You recognize their immaturity and respond with patience, maybe even amusement. Extend that same perspective to adults who act out. Anger is their tantrum, their failure to control their emotions. Meet it not with your own tantrum, but with the calm authority of someone who sees the bigger picture. You're not stooping to their level, you're standing tall. You may think, but what about fairness? Shouldn't I fight against injustice? Indeed, a Stoic doesn't tolerate harm to others. But anger is a poor weapon for justice. It's like trying to sculpt with a sledgehammer. You might break in things, but you won't create anything of value. Instead, act with reason and purpose. When wronged, ask yourself, what is within my control? Focus on that. The rest? Let it go. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Picture a mountain standing against a raging storm. The wind howls, the rain lashes, but the mountain remains, unmoved and majestic. This is the ideal Stoic state, grounded in principles, impervious to the fury of others. When someone lashes out at you, remember, they're the storm and you're the mountain. Their anger is their weakness, not yours. Why be disturbed by the noise when you can revel in your silence? One practical technique for cultivating this, unshakable calm, is premeditatio malorum, the practice of imagining challenges before they occur. Each morning, envision the possible frustrations of the day ahead, the slow driver, the curt email, the spilled coffee. By rehearsing your responses in advance, you're no longer caught off guard. Instead of reacting with anger, you respond with the poise of someone who's already been there. Like a skilled swordsman, you're ready for whatever comes. Another tool in the Stoics' arsenal is reframing. When someone insults you, it's tempting to take it personally. But consider this: their words reflect them, not you. It's their frustration, their misunderstanding, their pain projected outward. Why carry their baggage? Imagine a barking dog. Do you bark back? Of course not. You smile at its noise and keep walking. The same applies to human barkers. Let's talk about control. So much of anger stems from trying to control the uncontrollable. But life is like a river. You can't stop its flow, only navigate its currents. Focus on steering your boat, not on damming the water. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You can't control them, but you can control whether you let it ruin your mood. Every time you choose peace over fury, you're reclaiming your power. There's also immense strength in humor. Picture this, you're stuck in an endless line at the post office, and the person behind you is sighing dramatically. Instead of fuming, imagine them as a character in a comedy. Their exaggerated frustration becomes absurd, almost amusing. By finding the humor in situations, you disarm them. Laughter isn't just the best medicine, it's a Stoic's secret weapon. And don't underestimate the power of gratitude. Anger often blinds us to what we have, but even in moments of frustration, there's always something to be thankful for. The next time you're stuck in traffic, remember, you have a car, roads, a destination. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what's wrong to what's right. From scarcity to abundance. It's hard to stay angry when your heart is full. Let's not forget the role of time. Anger thrives on immediacy, on impulsive reactions. But if you pause, even for a moment, you rob it of its fuel. Count to 10. Take a deep breath. Step away. These simple acts create space for reason to take over. It's like pulling the arrow before it hits its target. With practice, you'll find that this pause becomes second nature, a built-in buffer against rage. There's also the discipline of choosing battles wisely. Not every slight, every insult, every irritation is worth your energy. Imagine your emotions as a precious resource, a currency. Would you spend it on a petty argument or a stranger's bad mood? Or would you save it for what truly matters? Your goals, your loved ones, your growth. A Stoic is frugal with their energy, investing it where it yields the greatest return. And what about forgiveness? It's not about letting others off the hook. It's about unburdening yourself. Carrying a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-care, a release that frees you to move forward unencumbered. It's not weakness, it's strength, a refusal to let anger anchor you in the past. As you walk this path, remember, you're not alone. The greatest minds in history have wrestled with anger, from Seneca to Aurelius. Their writings are your map, their wisdom, your guide. When you falter, return to their words. They'll remind you that perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Each time you resist anger, you take another step toward mastery. Finally, visualize your ideal self. Calm, composed, unshakable. Hold on to this image. When anger tempts you, ask, does this align with who I want to be? Let your vision of greatness anchor you. After all, what's more admirable? A person controlled by their emotions or one who controls them? Be the latter, be the mountain. So the next time someone tries to rattle you, smile. Not a condescending smirk, but a knowing smile. One that says, I see your storm, and I choose peace. Let them rage, let them flail. You're not here to tame the ocean. You're here to master yourself. And that, my friend, is true power.